Hello there Soccerlites, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another episode of the UEFA Champions League. Today guys, for the first time ever on this channel, we will be doing something new, something entirely different for a monumental game, for a huge game coming up on Friday evening between Barcelona and Bayern Munich. Yes, you did hear that right, it's between Barca and Bayern Munich, the favorites of the competition, the favorites to win the Champions League all in all. And for that guys, today we will be doing a tactical preview. We will be analyzing how Barca can counter Bayern, how Bayern can demolish Barca, and that is very likely, I must say. So without any more time, without any more discussion and introductions, let's kick off with a tactical preview. Here we'll kick off with a tactical preview. So the first topic in mind guys is how Bayern will play in possession, and that is a very interesting topic considering Bayern are one of the best teams when it comes to possession. And the first point in mind is how they're going to use their fullbacks, because these fullbacks, Joshua Kimmich and David Alaba, are some of the best fullbacks in the world of football, and they can hurt Barcelona to a very high extent. Now what I'm really expecting from Barcelona is to set up and to try to counter the Bayern's superiority in the middle spaces by setting up a very narrow 4-4-2 that allow them to cramp up the space in the middle, that allow them to actually stop Bayern from getting anywhere through the center. But what will that leave Bayern with exactly is the overload in these wider spaces. You look at Gnabry, you look at Kimmich, these fullbacks, like I said, the fullbacks have a huge role. These fullbacks can overlap wingers, these fullbacks can actually underlap the wingers, they can cause a lot of damage to the Barca's back line. How exactly? You look at this here, if Barca comes up against these kind of fullbacks and wingers alone on the wings, it has to be specified. If Semedo is alone facing David Alaba and Perisic together, same with Alba and Joshua Kimmich here, you're not really getting anywhere, are you? You're not really covering yourself in glory that much, because these players, like I said, have some great ball playing fullback, ball playing wingers. You can expect Kimmich to put some dangerous boxes into the box for Lewandowski. And when you have one of the best strikers, to be honest, the best striker in the world at the moment, you should not be giving anything away. And same with Alaba, he hasn't played at that position over a year. Same with Kimmich, he hasn't been deputized at that position for over a year as well. But you are not really gunning against them that they won't step up at this game. You actually expecting them to do as well as possible. And Alaba, how can he deliver? He can deliver some absolute wand of crosses in for Lewandowski to score and seal the game for Bayern. And it seems very interesting how Barca will counter this tactic. Well, now moving on to another point with Bayern's attack point of view is that technical players in the middle of the area. Now you look at those players, you look at Thiago, you look at Goretzka, and you look at Müller. What can you see? You can see that some players with some awesome potential, and some who have actually established themselves at the biggest stage, at the biggest of stages, like Thomas Müller and Thiago. Well, these players are capable of hurting Barca's midfield. They're capable of splitting of Barca's midfield, like here with Thiago. If Barca are not careful, if Barca are not really clear on how they're going to defend these Bayern teams, you're gone. You'll be left for nothing, because Thiago is one magical midfielder. He can split up the entire defense with his straight vertical passes, either to Lewandowski or to Müller. Then Müller can switch it off to the wingers and cross it in, and it's a goal, simple as that. But that is what the case is. Barca need to know how they're going to defend. They really need to defend hard. They really need to work hard throughout those 90 minutes. And what they're known for, those lapses in concentration every now and then, that's not going to work against Bayern. That's actually nowhere. That's not going to get you anywhere against Bayern. But with that said, Barca are not the team that will straight away go out of this competition. They have a chance, and I'll tell you why. Now the focus switches on to Barcelona in possession, and it gets very, very interesting, and something that if Bayern are not careful about, they will suffer. Now, if you know Barca, if you actually know Barca, if you see their games, you know the fullbacks will switch a bit wide, and what Bayern will do exactly is press them high. They'll absolutely beat the press. They frantically press Barcelona all over the pitch, be it when Semedo is wide over here, Perisic will press him, Gnabry will press Alba, Muller and Lewandowski will be approaching PK and Longley respectively, but they'll press the hell out of Barcelona. And to be honest, Barcelona have to be ready for that. They have to be ready for that. They have some of the best midfielders, best ball playing midfielders at the moment, but the biggest asset here is Ter Stegen. The biggest asset here is Ter Stegen, because as you can see, Ter Stegen is one of the best ball playing keepers in the world, and he's got to use it here. He absolutely 100% without any doubt he's got to use it here, because if this happens, if PK and Longley are sitting here, Muller and Lewandowski are going to come at them. There's no question about it. There's no doubt about it. Kimmich and Alaba will try to hold a high line with Boateng, and that will leave Messi and Suarez a bit deep as well, trying to cramp up Barcelona in their own half, trying to win the ball back. But what will that leave Barca with exactly? They'll leave Barcelona with something very magical. If starting right now, if you look at this, what exactly are Bayern thinking with the high press? What exactly are Bayern thinking if with the high press? You see it right here. 4 midfielders of Barca versus 2 of Bayern Munich. That's total domination. That's utter domination by the midfield battle. And there are no mean midfielders too. There are no just average midfielders. You're talking about world-class midfielders here. You look at Griezmann. He can certainly hurt you with some quick passes in and around the area with Messi, with Suarez. Then you have Busquets, probably the best defensive midfielder in over a decade. And then you have Arturo Vidal, who will get in your face, and De Jong, who is probably one of the most exciting players in the world at the moment. Now, what you can expect here, like I said, there's a total domination in this area. What you can expect is that when Lewandowski and Muller will go to press Longley, Alba will be pressed by Gnabry, and Perisic will look to dominate Semedo by his pressing. That leaves Busquets. Busquets has a major role to play, and most likely, he will drop off. And Goretzka or Thiago will follow him. And if, in this scenario, suppose we guess Goretzka will drop off, that's even worse. That's even worse, because now you look at that midfield. Who's going to exactly protect Thiago from this domination? Because I don't think anyone will be able to save that. It's 3 versus 1, and if Ter Stegen, like I said, he has a major important role. How exactly? Is his ball playing abilities. He can actually ping a ball over to Vidal, he can ping a ball over to Griezmann, he can ping a ball over to De Jong, and what Barcelona have now is actually a hell of a chance, a wonderful chance with Vidal, Griezmann, De Jong, Suarez and Messi, and you can expect some pacey forwards, pacey wing backs to drop in too. You can expect Alba to really suddenly burst up that left flank, you can expect Semedo to burst up that right flank, and you can expect some major danger coming from Barcelona. This is how they can majorly exploit this Bayern team, and like I said, Barca have a chance at this game. If they execute their tactics correctly, especially if they look at this one, it's absolutely amazing how they can exploit this one. But now we are not going to get ahead of ourselves, and we are going to move on to the next phase, is that we will be discussing the formations a bit. Well, Barca are not really settled with their formation. We saw against Napoli, they played exactly the same lineup with a few personnel changes, but they're not exactly settled in their lineup. But you can expect Bayern to be ruthless. Why? Because it is tried and tested. For over years and years now, Bayern have used a 4-2-3-1. They have used a 4-2-3-1 under Guardiola, under Kovac, and now under Hansi Flick, and all of them have been successful, quite successful. And now I don't think they're going to change for this game, and I don't think they should change for this game. But what they exactly don't have is Alphonso Davies. No, I think that we might be a bit early to say, but Alphonso Davies, as reported yesterday, was did miss the training session with Bayern Munich with a small injury issue. Though Hansi Flick played the fears down that he will not feature against Barcelona, it is very likely that for his fitness, for the sake of Bayern's future campaigning, if they are to continue this into this competition, I think David Alaba will come in here, and he hasn't played at that position for over a year. So the absence of Davies will have a huge impact at Bayern's chances. And now we move on to Bayern. Whether you like it or not, this formation has worked for them before. If you look at the game against Villarreal, when Barca first experimented this formation, they were highly successful. They knew that Villarreal are not a team like they're not any other La Liga team that will drop off the level, that will try to actually close down the spaces for Barcelona to exploit. They go on attack, they go out, try to make some chances, trying to hurt the opposition. Well, Bayern are exactly that, and they're a notch above Villarreal, there's no doubt about that. But the thing is, the principle remains the same. Bayern will attack. Bayern will not let Barcelona have a field day in this quarterfinal. I can assure you about that. But Barca can then, like I said, with the press, that's one example. Barca can actually exploit the spaces left by this attacking Bayern team. And what does that make Barcelona? How can you really classify Barcelona after that? Is they're being actually reactive and not proactive. They're not taking the game to Bayern. Bayern are actually making some unseen, unforced tactical errors that might display into Barca's hands, because Bayern will attack. Like I said, there will be huge spaces in behind, and Barca should be ready to pounce on that. And the final thing I would like to say is that don't rule out Barca just yet. Yes, I know, I agree, Barca are nowhere near their best for this game. They're nowhere near what they should be for Champions League quarterfinal clash like this. But like I said, with those pressing faults that Bayern might make, Barca have a chance. Barca have a chance to conjure up something magical in just a one-off tie, and you can't simply write them off. So that there, guys, was the tactical preview, all about the tactical sense of this game. And I'm really intrigued to find out whether I was right in my preview and my analysis. But guys, do let me know what you think of the analysis. Do let me know what do you think is how the game is gonna pan out tomorrow night, because honestly we have no idea. Because as of now, for the first time, maybe in over 15 years, Barca are going to this game as underdogs. They're not the team that we used to know. They're not the Pep Guardiola machine that we used to know back in 2010. But they have Lionel Messi. They have the world's best players at their disposal, and that's why we cannot simply rule them out. And now it's time for the big moment. It's time for predictions, and I'm going to go supremely bold here with my prediction. I'm going to tell you why is that, because I'm going with the prediction of Barcelona 2, Bayern Munich 1. Okay, I just said it. I just went out there and I said it, because I think with the papers all reporting that Barca aren't going to win this one, Barca are not able to see past Bayern, and to be honest, they might probably not do so as well. But what Barca have at the disposal is Messi. Probably, arguably, the greatest player in the world, the greatest player to play the sport itself. But yes, Messi can be the difference tomorrow. It's all about Messi, all eyes on Messi, and it really is surprising if the Barcelona team can support him somehow. If the Barcelona team know that they have to do this job for him, they have to do their jobs for their career, for the trophy cabinet, and if they can do that, if they can really put their mind into it, anything is possible. So that there, guys, was the tactical preview, the prediction. Like I said, I'll repeat the prediction: Barcelona 2, Bayern Munich 1. It is an absurd prediction, I must say, but I think Barca have the chance to pull this off. Not because some of you might come after the video and say I'm a Barca fan, I'm pro Messi, I'm pro Barca, but that is not the case here. It is very much likely, the prediction is still very much open, up in the air. No one knows what's going to happen, because Bayern are Bayern. They have been excellent this year, but I think with all the papers around the world, all the journalists actually voting against Barca, that they'll not be able to see off Bayern Barca can do that. Barca can actually make those journalists eat their words, and they have the chance to do it right here, right now. So that there, guys, was a tactical preview. Hope you enjoyed it. This was my first time, as you know that. So I'll be making more of these, and until then, guys, as always, stay tuned on Soccer Talk and get ready for the biggest game of the Champions League season so far. Get ready, guys. I'll see you soon with more videos. Until then, guys, as always, stay tuned on Soccer Talk.